Everyone's fighting over the same low-paying cybersecurity jobs. Meanwhile, there's a six-figure tech niche almost nobody knows about. Thousands compete for crowded SOC analyst roles, barely paying $60,000. But identity and access management, IAM, is easier to break into, pays significantly more, and has virtually zero competition. Let me show you exactly why IAM is the smartest tech career move you're not making yet. Here's 10 reasons why identity and access management is the best hidden tech career. Number 1, the cybersecurity job market is completely broken. Let me paint you a picture. You go on Indeed right now and search for SOC analyst jobs. What do you see? Hundreds of applications for every single posting. Everyone's following the exact same playbook. Get Security Plus, maybe grab a CEH cert, apply for Tier 1 positions that pay peanuts. The competition is insane. A guy who applied to over 200 SOC positions last year. You know how many interviews he got? 3. And the jobs that finally called him back were offering $55,000 for night shifts, weekend work, and the privilege of staring at security alerts all day. That's not a career, that's a trap. Here's what nobody tells you about SOC work. It's reactive. You're constantly chasing alerts, most of which are false positives. You're drowning in noise, burning out before you even get promoted, and the whole time you're making less money than someone managing a Starbucks. IAM is the complete opposite. Companies desperately need people who understand identity management, but almost nobody's training for it. While everyone else is fighting over scraps, you could be the only qualified candidate walking into interviews. That's not luck, that's strategy. Number 2, every single company needs IAM, no exceptions. Think about this for a second. Every business, whether it's a corner store or Google, has to manage who gets access to what. Someone joins the company, they need accounts, permissions, access to systems. Someone leaves, all that access needs to disappear immediately. Someone changes departments, their access changes too. This isn't some trendy specialty that might disappear in 5 years. This is infrastructure. This is like saying every building needs plumbing. Companies might pause hiring for penetration testers. They might cut their cloud budget, but they will never stop needing secure access management, ever. And here's the crazy part. Most organizations are doing this stuff manually. Excel spreadsheets, email chains, some poor IT guy manually creating accounts and hoping he remembers to disable them when people quit. I've seen companies where people kept their access for months after leaving because nobody had a real process. That chaos, that's your opportunity. Every single one of those companies would pay serious money for someone who could fix their access management mess. Number 3, the money is actually ridiculous. Let's talk numbers because this is where it gets interesting. Entry-level IAM analyst positions start between $80,000 and $90,000. Not after you've been grinding for 5 years, right out the gate if you can prove you know what you're doing. IAM engineers make $120,000 to $140,000. Senior roles like IAM architects or consultants, we're talking $160,000 to $200,000 or more. Consultants can even pull in $250,000 working remotely for top companies. Compare that to the SOC grind. Tier 1 analysts make maybe $55,000 to $75,000 if they're lucky, and most of them burn out before they ever see a promotion because the work is mind-numbing and the hours are brutal. Here's what's wild. IAM professionals don't need to be coding wizards or elite hackers. They just need to understand identity systems, how to build secure access workflows, and how to reduce risk. That's it. The barrier to entry is way lower, but the pay is way higher. If you're in IT making less than 6 figures, IAM might be your fastest path to real money. Number 4, work from anywhere. Actually anywhere. Most tech jobs talk about being remote friendly, but when you dig deeper, there's always some catch. SOC work, you're tied to shifts and monitoring schedules. DevOps, you're on call 24/7 for infrastructure that breaks at 3 a.m. IAM is different. The tools are all cloud-based. Everything runs through web dashboards. As long as you have a laptop and internet, you can do your job from literally anywhere on the planet. I've done IAM consulting from coffee shops in Buenos Aires, apartments in France, hotel lobbies in Bogota, no pager alerts, no emergency calls, just consistent strategic work that pays well and lets you live however you want. If location freedom matters to you, this career doesn't just get you paid, it gets you complete control over your time and environment. Number 5, you probably already know more than you think. Here's something that might blow your mind. If you've worked any IT support job, even help desk, you've probably done IAM work without realizing it. Did you ever reset someone's password, add them to a security group, remove access when someone quit? That's IAM. The problem is most people think that stuff is too basic to be valuable, but that's exactly what companies are desperately trying to systematize and secure. Those simple tasks you did manually, IAM professionals automate them, make them scalable, and build security around them. If you've got even a few months of IT experience, you're not starting from zero. You just need to level up your thinking, go deeper into tools like Microsoft Entra, and start building proper workflows instead of one-off fixes. Number 6, you're preventing problems instead of chasing them. This is huge. SOC analysts spend their days reacting to alerts that already happened. Someone might have already stolen data. The damage might already be done. You're always playing defense. IAM is completely different. You're building systems that prevent breaches before they happen. You're designing access policies that make it impossible for the wrong people to get into sensitive systems. You're not chasing problems, you're eliminating them. This matters for your sanity. IAM work is structured and strategic. You're not glued to dashboards waiting for the next crisis. You're building smart systems and solving real problems before they become emergencies. And when you work proactively, leadership notices. You get credit for preventing disasters, not just cleaning them up. Number 7, IAM directly impacts the business and people notice. The great thing about IAM is that you're solving real problems companies care deeply about, not just obscure tech stuff nobody sees. Think about it. When someone joins a company, they need access quickly. When they leave, their access needs to disappear immediately, or it's a security nightmare. Right now, countless businesses handle this manually with messy spreadsheets and email chains, causing costly mistakes. IAM professionals automate all of this chaos. Setting up a workflow in tools like Microsoft Entra means HR clicks one button and access instantly updates everywhere. CEOs love it because it directly saves money, reduces risk, and makes everyone's life easier. And in IAM, your impact is clear, measurable, and genuinely valued. People actually notice and reward your solutions. Number 8, skip the degree and certifications trap. You don't need a computer science degree, expensive boot camp, or 5 years of experience to break into IAM. You can usually get a free tool trial, and with that, you can build the exact same systems companies pay consultants thousands for. You can create test users, simulate different departments, build conditional access policies, set up automated reviews, and document everything. That becomes your portfolio. That's how you prove you can do the job. I've seen people jump from help desk to IAM analyst in 6 months. No fancy certifications, no job title changes, just smart lab work and showing their results. IAM isn't about memorizing facts for tests. It's about understanding logic. Who should access what and under what conditions? If you can explain that clearly and demonstrate it with real examples, you're already ahead of most candidates. Number 9, the skills build on each other perfectly. IAM skills aren't abstract concepts you might forget. They're concrete, practical abilities that stack together naturally. Start with user lifecycle management, how people join, change roles, and leave organizations. Then learn conditional access, creating rules like requiring extra authentication from unfamiliar locations. Add role-based access control, giving people exactly the permissions their job requires, nothing more. Finally, master access reviews, regular audits to make sure permissions stay current. Each skill builds on the previous one. Each one can be demonstrated with working examples. Every lab you build becomes part of your portfolio. This is why IAM is so powerful for career building. You're not studying theory that might be relevant someday. You're building actual systems that work. In interviews, you're not talking about what you learned. You're showing what you built. Number 10, the market is exploding while everyone sleeps. IAM isn't just growing, it's exploding. Remote work made identity the new security perimeter. Cloud adoption made traditional access controls obsolete. Zero trust frameworks put identity at the center of everything. Microsoft is investing billions in Entra. Every major cloud certification now includes identity sections. Compliance standards are getting stricter every year. Companies can't afford to get this wrong anymore. But here's the opportunity. Hardly anyone is learning how to implement IAM correctly. Everyone's still chasing the same old cybersecurity roles, while companies quietly post IAM positions every single week and struggle to find qualified people. The smart money isn't on following trends. It's on learning the infrastructure that everything else depends on. That's IAM. It's not flashy, but it's essential and essential skills that few people have. That's how you make real money. Look, I get it. IAM doesn't sound as exciting as hacking or incident response. But you know what's exciting? Making over $100K while working from wherever you want, solving problems before they become emergencies, and having actual job security in an industry that changes every 5 minutes. While everyone else fights over the same positions, you could be building the skills that every single company desperately needs. The question isn't whether IAM is a good career choice. The question is whether you're smart enough to see the opportunity while it's still hidden. If you're ready to get started, I've put together a free IAM starter kit with everything a step-by-step roadmap. Grab it at iam.cyber and chill.com or click the link below.